Hi, my name's Abby and welcome to the Horror Mission. First of all, I don't want to apologise for the amount of effort I've made for this video. I am self-isolating, as is everyone right now, and I have no other reason to make myself look nice, so enjoy. So this morning I've watched The Silence.
So I just wanted to add to this video, when I was editing, I decided to do some Googling. So a lot of people are obviously saying that The Silence is literally a rip-off of A Quiet Place. But if you do some research, The Silence is based on a 2015 novel called The Silence, and A Quiet Place was actually written in January 2016. So basically, the concept for The Silence came first, and A Quiet Place came second. Obviously, I don't want to start any rumours, but sounds like the makers of The Quiet Place might have read that novel. Also, sorry for the poor audio, I'm literally recording this into my laptop microphone at 1:45 on a Saturday night while sat in bed.
As in all my videos, I'm going to start off by ranking it out of 10 on 12 factors. The first half is spoiler free, it's the second half that has a few spoilers in. My overall score for The Silence was 8 out of 10. For scary, 6 out of 10. For cringy, 3 out of 10, so not very cringy. On paper, the plot for this film looks like a 4 for believability, but actually it's more of a 7, the way it's done. Stress level, a 7. Gory, a 5 out of 10. Satisfaction, so how satisfied I felt after watching the film, a 9 out of 10. Acting, a 9 out of 10. Soundtrack, I've given a 10 out of 10. Cinematography, a 9 out of 10. The casting, I gave it a 9 out of 10. The jump scare factor, I've given a 6 out of 10. The tension factor, I've given it an 8 out of 10. Are there any sex scenes in this film? No. There's like a tiny bit of kissing, but on the whole you are safe to watch this film with your parents, and actually it's quite a good film to watch with your parents because it's got a family as the characters. I do this in all my videos just so you know what you're letting yourselves in for without a spoiler. In this film, the fear mostly comes from the narrative, but the main source of fear is monsters, with a side of grave danger. Extra warnings for this film: a dog dies, and it is sad, and I cried. I'm actually welling up a little bit now thinking about it, yeah, because I literally just watched it this morning. Extra warnings: the killing of innocents, but I don't know why you're watching a horror film if you get triggered by the death of innocent people. I guess if you're watching Saw, then that's like, no one's innocent in Saw, are they? Generally? I don't know. We are now entering boop 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 the spoiler zone. I don't know why I did that. So if you haven't seen the film, turn off, or if you're thinking about seeing the film and you kind of want spoilers, then carry on watching, but yeah, at your discretion. The best bit for me in this film was the bit where the lady came out of the house running and screaming at them to go away. She kind of deserved to die. Also, turning on the wood chipper was a stroke of genius, but I don't know why they didn't just leave it running. Surely if it was left running for long enough, and like they had a wood chipper on in every city, that would solve the whole problem. The worst bit for me was the whole Reverend and the join us thing. I just thought it was a bit of a weird thing to throw in there, and I think the film could have done without it or done it in a different way. It was just wasn't really explained very much, like what the hell they wanted. Yeah, he just annoyed me. For the Badass Award, I'm not going to do a drum roll. I just want to give a big shout out to Glenn and the grandmother for the sacrifices they made. May they rest in peace. I've been trying to think about what part of this movie I think is taken too far, but I couldn't really think of one. I don't usually get on with monster movies, I don't really buy into that, and the CGI is usually really poor. Any other business. So there are some really powerful and spine-tingling visuals in this movie that I don't think you get with like similar movies, so like A Quiet Place or Bird Box. I'm sure loads of people have compared these movies, so I'm not the first. When they showed like the whole of the city skylines with all of these vests, I thought, I don't know, I did actually feel quite chilled by that, like seeing that. I feel like this movie is like a cross between A Quiet Place and Bird Box, but I actually feel like it does it better than both of those. I mean, I know they're different, like with Bird Box is different and A Quiet Place is different. They're all in there each. They're each out to achieve their own little mission, but The Silence is probably my favourite of the three. If there's a movie like these that you think does it even better, then I'd love to see it and let me know in the comments. I also spent the whole of this movie thinking that the girl was the same girl from Orphan, but I was wrong. It's a completely different actress, but with brown hair they look similar, and I'm sure they would probably say that. I'm sure they'd probably agree that. So thank you for watching. Let me know if you agreed with my thoughts in the comments, but don't be a dick about it. And like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I only curled the front of my hair because I couldn't be arsed. My name's Abby and that was The Silence on The Horror Mission.